Good evening, YouTube friends and family. This is Laura, and today we're going to discuss the pros and the cons of building a social media brand. We're going to talk about that today, okay? So come on along with me and let's discuss this. Let's talk about it. So, you want to start a blog or you want to become a YouTuber. You want to build a brand for yourself. You want to um, meet the mark of 100,000 subscribers and views, and you want your videos to go viral. You want to blog about a particular topic of interest or a topic in which you're well versed in. So, are you ready for that? Are you ready for the costs? I know you're ready for the benefits, but are you ready for the costs? Okay, so the cost is the bad news, the benefits is the good news. Let's start with the bad news first. Sorry, but at the end, I will give you the good news. The bad news is navigating the social media world, you will lose some friends and family. You will lose them because they will say that you have changed, or they will fear that you will expose too much of the family's business or too much of their business. They will dislike you and feel a little tinge of jealousy. And it's because you have stepped out and you've stuck with something and you've made it happen. And so it's something maybe that they wanted to do and they just didn't have the guts to do it. They just didn't have the wherewithal and the stick to itiveness to step out into the deep and just do it. So instead of saying, hey, good job, I'm proud of you, they take the lower road of jealousy. Also, my friend, you will find that the people that you thought should support you, the ones who say that they love you, you would expect for them to support you, but they won't. They won't. They will distance themselves from you. They will not like something that you've blogged about or a video that you've streamlined simply because it came from you. You will also find that you will have to take inventory of your life. You will have to go through and you will have to get rid of or subtract from your life the toxic people, the negative people, the naysayers, the haters, the fake friends. You will have to always be weary of those who are attaching themselves to you for the wrong reason, or those who secretly um, sabotage your efforts, sabotage your journey, and attempt to make it as difficult as possible. You will also run into those who will scrutinize everything you say or do, and they will become offended by it. There can be someone else that says the exact same thing the exact same way and is perfectly fine. But because you said it and the way you said it, you will find some people will become offended. And you just have to let that ball be in their court and let them deal with that. Also, sadly, you will find that there will be some people who will feel that you don't deserve the growth or the success that you're seeing. They won't even acknowledge your accomplishments, your growth, or your success. So you will have to learn how to deal with that. The number two cost is loneliness. Because you've had to remove people, well, that subtracts some people from your circle of friends. But you will feel disconnected. Sometimes you will feel disconnected from those who share the same last name, those who you grew up with. You will feel disconnected from them. There's no longer a connection there. Um, you begin to wonder who's real, who can you trust, who's really there for you, and who's not. You'll find yourself asking that a lot. And if you had trust issues prior to um, putting your life on social media, you'll really have trust issues afterwards. You'll realize that there may not be too many people. Maybe you can count them on your on both hands that you can really trust. You'll learn that you have to guard everything. You'll have to guard your work. You'll have to guard your family, your personal life. Um, you'll have to guard everything. You'll become very guarded. You'll have to guard your privacy. You'll have to guard your goals and your dreams and the direction you're taking. You won't be able to tell everybody everything because, as you will realize, not everybody will be applauding for you. There will be some people who will be secretly hoping that you fail. Also, you'll find that you will not have much of a social life. You'll be so busy working that you won't have too much time for socializing. And there may be some people in your life that they don't understand that. But that's okay. That's something, again, you have to allow them to deal with that and sort that out. But you have to continue to work and pursue your goals and your dreams. Because you know what? You don't have a staff, you don't have a CEO, you don't have a committee. It's just you. When you're building a brand on social media, it's just you. You're doing all the work. You're doing the marketing, you're doing the advertising, um, you're doing the promoting, you're doing the distribution of whatever it is. You know, you don't have a team to help you. I mean, after you make it big and you start making some money, you can hire a team. But when you're just starting, you're the team. You, yourself, and you. Me, myself, and I. You're the team. Also, you will have to get used to feeling judged and misunderstood. And you will have to learn the lesson of not showing up for every battle that you're called to. You will learn the lesson of ignoring ignorance. The best way to deal with ignorance is to ignore it. And you'll have to learn um, just to be yourself and to be comfortable with yourself and to be okay with you and realize that you're not going to be perfect and you're going to make some mistakes. And your mistakes will not be private mistakes because you're on social media. So when you fall or make a mistake, everybody's going to know about it. And you have to learn how to deal with that. So what are the payoffs? Remember, we talked about at the beginning of this video that there were costs and payoffs. There are 5 payoffs um, when navigating the waters of social media. Number 1 is that your personal and professional development will go to higher heights. Once you stick with this and you see the growth and the accomplishments and you see things taking off, you will feel fearless. Your confidence will take such a boost. You will feel that there's nothing that you can't do. You'll learn so much about yourself. You'll learn that you do have what it takes. You'll learn about others. You'll learn so much. Number 2, you'll grow thicker skin. The things that used to penetrate your heart and your soul and get to you and rattle you and shake you will no longer do that. You'll learn that certain things just don't matter. People are people. You know, you take the high road, allow them to take the low road if they want to. You'll learn that someone will always have something to say, and that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You will learn that you don't have to show up for every battle that you're called to. And again, you'll learn to ignore ignorance. That's the biggest lesson. That was the biggest lesson for me, learning to ignore ignorance. Number 3, you'll have a sense of accomplishment. You'll feel like the work that you do is accomplishing so much that it's making an impact not only in your life, the lives of your friends and family, but also making an impact on social media, making an impact for future generations. And that's so important. When you're building a brand on social media, if you're thinking that you're going to make money right away, you're in for a rude awakening. So your initial reason for wanting to build a brand on social media, it should be to improve the world in some type of way and to help other people. Because we all know there are people out there in the world, they need your area of expertise. They need your life lessons. They need what you've learned along the way. They desperately seek that. And so that must be your ultimate goal. not making money, not gaining likes, not gaining subscribers, or you'll drive yourself crazy when you don't get that. Number four, you'll gain tools that will transfer to all areas of your life, socially, economically. Um, you'll learn about people, you'll learn about yourself, that you do have what it takes. You'll learn how to market, advertise, promote. Um, you'll learn tenacity, discipline, stick to itiveness. You'll learn to trust yourself, trusting, others. You'll learn so much. And number five, last but not least, you will learn that you're not swimming in these waters alone. You're not the only fish or shark that's swimming in the murky waters of social media. There are many sharks and fish swimming along with you. And therefore, because there are others swimming along with you, you're never alone. There's always someone that's willing to offer you a suggestion, give you a helping hand, give you some advice. They can't do it for you, but they can make suggestions and give you advice. And if you listen, you can go a long way with that. You'll have to always be ready and willing to be taught and to learn from others and to pay attention. And also, you'll feel that they get you. It's so important in life to have people that get you. And one thing about social media, those who've been in social media, who've been doing this a long time, way before you came along, they get you because they were you at one time. They understand the ups and downs, the ebbs and the flows, the disappointments, the days when you want to throw in the towel. They understand all of that. And they can be such a source of encouragement for you when you feel like throwing in the towel. So you're not alone. You belong. You belong to the community of social media. Okay? All right. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the content of this YouTube video. If you did, please take the time to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share. I appreciate all of my subscribers. I appreciate everybody that listens to me because I don't take you for granted, and you could be subscribing and listening to anyone else. So I appreciate you. And as always, until we meet again, bye bye, my friends.